Welcome to The Patty Show. My name is Patty Setiatti, and in this podcast, we'll explore the crossing point of the three P's: passion, pleasure, and positivity, and how they can lead you to your own personal paradise. We'll chat with inspiring guests, share practical tips, and dive into stories that will empower you to live your best life. Let's get the Patty Party started. Back to The Patty Show, everybody. Woohoo! Yes, rock on. Oh my goodness. Great audience today. Good. Oh, thank you. Calm down, y'all. Feels like there's drums in the audience or something, some percussion.
Tribal.
Tribal vibes over there. Welcome back to The Patty Show, y'all. We're on episode 103, the stories we tell ourselves. Man, we got a great episode today. Welcome back. It's your host, Patty Setiatti. And I have the esteemed privilege to show you all multi-passionate people that I have the pleasure of connecting with. They bring positivity to this world, and they inspire you to pursue your personal paradise. My guest here, he's a fun one. Get ready for this. But before we continue on this amazing episode, I just want to shout out my previous guest, my Belizean life coach, Coach Wayne Moody. Man, what a fun time. Shout out to my man. They call him the Minister of Transformation.
Oh, nice.
Okay. The dream building sensei. This man, we talk about so many things on the episode. The history of Belize, how diverse it is. You got like the Caribbean cultures over there.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of like Latin America, Central America.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the food is amazing. What's the name of the one? Fried Jack. That's a really good one. And Johnny Cake, I believe. Quote me if I'm wrong.
Johnny Cake?
Yeah,
nice.
Johnny, you know what?
I don't. I would like to try it, though.
Oh, well, yes. Well, you guys have to check out that episode to learn more about Belizean culture. But thank you, Coach Wayne. You're the best, man. Hopefully we get you soon on the podcast, maybe in Bali. We never know. Or Thailand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Thailand, I have an amazing guest today, y'all. I don't know if you guys are ready for episode 103. My guest today is a musician by heart, okay? The talented drummer of Savannah, Georgia's rock and roll band, amazing rock and roll band, Liquid Ginger. Wow, that's a cool name right there.
Yeah.
Beyond that, yes, sir, he's an entertainment sensei.
Nice.
Man, this guy does it all, I'm telling you. It ranges from his passion for acting, directing, comedy, all aspects of entertainment in the front and behind the scenes. I'm talking grip, the electrical stuff, AD, whatever, all the acronyms. There's a lot. We'll definitely go through them all because I also still don't know all of them. So shout out to everyone out there. We met at a fun, unique time, but connected on set like that, honestly. I feel like he's my long-lost brother. Literally. My fellow 5 a.m. fitness honorary Asian brother. Give it up for Zak Nash, my boy. Woo! Brother, thanks for coming to the Patty Show. Brother. If you could, I told you guys. I told you ready. If you could give a little self-intro to everyone, hobbies, background, passions, and how we know each other. Do your thing, man.
Absolutely. Let's see. I'm a drummer originally, and that's where I came from. I wanted to be a singer for a while. However, drums came along, and I started playing out, and I got with several bands, worked on that life for the longest. Got on a couple, like a magazine.
Yes, sir. He looked great on that picture. You still look the same, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool.
Good,
yeah,
man.
that was old. That's like
Asian don't raisin, as they say. That's
like 15 years old.
What? 15?
Yeah. That was back in 2010 when we took the pictures, and then 2011 is when they released it on the Savannah magazine.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So you're originally from Georgia then, or what's
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out ATL.
So downtown Atlanta.
Okay. Oh, okay. Specifically, I like that.
Yeah. So I did that. Moved on. Got into the entertainment industry, and started working on stages, building stages. Mm-hmm. Getting, for instance, like major Katy Perry, like building the stages before they become big.
Dude?
Yeah, before they became big, like at whatever large venue at our place in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Tabernacle.
What's the name of the biggest venues over there?
Well, the larger ones are like the Coca-Cola Amphitheater and the State Farm Theater.
Oh yeah, State Farm.
It's like Dome or whatever.
Dome, they call it Dome Amphitheater or something. Yeah.
So they have several of those. However, the ones I worked on were just before that, they were the like the Tabernacle.
Okay.
And Vinyl, a place called Vinyl. And this
that
is where
sounds
all the hip bands that are starting out to become larger, they always go there first.
Yeah,
and then they slowly get into the arenas.
I gotcha.
So I got to build a lot of stages. And Katie was just one that I recall. I worked on a rock cruise, which was a Kid Rock cruise. Yeah, it was
like cruise ship?
Yeah, cruise ship. It was like a rock cruise, and then like Kid Rock was the headliner, and a bunch of other bands.
I didn't even know that was a thing, bro.
It is. They have like the Kiss cruise, or they used to. They have an EDM cruise.
Oh, EDM cruise. I've heard some crazy stories. I'll tell you that.
I can imagine. There's like the hippie cruises, which is like it's like the Dead or something similar to the Dead. Anyway, I was on one of those, doing those for a little while. I didn't do many of them, and otherwise I've just been playing music forever.
Wow.
And then eventually, around the COVID time, is when everything switched to this industry, and because everything kind of depleted in my musician world when COVID hit.
You took a big pivot.
Yeah, I was about to go on tour with a band called Darling Machine.
Okay.
And Darling Machine, our band was going to open up for a band called The Cult. And that is an older band, and they were going to take us on a world tour if our U.S. tour was going to work out, but then COVID hit.
Yeah, so there was no tours,
No tours, nothing happened. It all just disappeared. So, so then I pivoted and moved over to this. And
so when did you move to L.A. then?
When about 2000 and the end of 2000 and 220, and started getting involved in early 21 into this world, and it just blew up from there because I have OCD issues, and apparently they like that in this industry.
Zach, you're funny, bro.
So they like somebody that has problems. So it worked out well.
Hey, man, and this is why we're here, man. Look at that, man.
Hell yeah.
I want to go back in time a little bit. Okay, Georgia, Atlanta,
yeah.
downtown. Paint me a picture for someone in, let's say, I don't know, Phuket, Thailand, that's never been to Atlanta, Georgia. What does Atlanta, Georgia look like when you were like growing up?
Growing up, it was way different, man. It was a lot like South Central.
Represent.
Yeah, it was a little crazier. Atlanta, there's a lot of, not that it matters, but there's a lot of black people there. So you grow up in the hood and you get a culture, lifestyle, and you get to live that world where it's Southern, but it's city. And growing up around a lot of black people really shapes your music. It shapes your toughness. It shapes your accent.
Yep. How you walk, how you
walk.
Yep.
The fact that we like nice shoes.
Yes,
and
sir.
We like a loud ass car
Yeah.
with fucking a bass in the back. None of that came from any of my redneck friends. You know what I'm saying? It all.
Even though you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like that's.
It came from all my the country folk in the world that I surrounded. They were just rednecks, straight up in the South. But then I had brothers hanging out with them, and then listening to hip hop, and then my metalhead friends going, why are you listening to hip hop? And my hip hop friends saying, why are you listening to that
metal? Yeah. What's wrong with you?
And I had long hair, so I grew up, in the hood, but with long hair.
Dude, that must have been wild, bro.
And I never cut my hair, so I didn't care. I was like, just the way it was.
Bro, I see a lot of parallels between you and me actually, because if people don't know, I'm Asian, I don't know if I told you this story before, but I was on WhatsApp, on Hinge in Bali, So you get these numbers from everybody around the world. So I was matched with this one girl, and she's from the UK.
Oh,
so, we did a little voice note exchange, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And then out of nowhere, I remember she randomly tells me like, yo, Patty, I really like your voice. It sounds very black. And I was like,
all right, thank you.
I was like,
get even deeper. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
I'm not black myself per se, but I enjoy.
I respect.
I enjoy that culture.
Yeah. But where I'm from, Bridgeport, Connecticut, bro, it's probably not like South Central or Atlanta, but there's a lot of diversity. I'm talking a lot of black, a lot of Hispanic. So I was raised in like the inner city. So everyone talked like, you know what I'm saying? sagging, you know, the hip hop, and like I love all my brothers out there. If you get what I'm saying.
Word.
So it's like us being like completely different, but blending in with that. I think was like a blessing for me personally. I think now, at least now. Before, like getting bullied was kind of tough. I'm sure you probably had to deal with some of that.
Oh yeah, totally. Being a blonde-haired, green-eyed, fucking white boy in the fucking middle of the hood.
They must have ate you up, bro.
Fortunately enough, I didn't really get into a lot of fights. I just got picked on a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a fighter. You know, I fought when I was younger, and I was like, I did my thing, but then as I got into just a little bit older, into my early teens, I'm not a fighter. Even though I took some martial arts, but I never used it. I never did it. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I never wanted to get involved in that. Even though I would practice and study. And as I got older, I would study boxing and other things and kickboxing, but I never, ever wanted to put it on somebody. I just never got into that mode of wanting to like show somebody I could whoop ass. I would act tough and be like, you know, and bark. Yeah. And then people would back off and I'd be like, that was
But
close.
Sometimes you need that though, especially those scenarios, because if you're just really quiet, what happens is people start picking and then they get physical, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So you have to kind of stop it in between. For me, when I was growing up, I did a lot of WWE stuff with my brothers. You know, my siblings. Shout out to my siblings. Their backs might be a little bit broken to be from like the flips. But like there was one time there was one Hispanic kid like bullying me like crazy, calling me ching chong, fat. You know, I was like a chubby Asian kid. You know, the stereotypical.
Of course.
So once I did like a suplex on him on the playground, and I was always like the nice kid getting like straight A's. So the teachers would never believe that I ever did that. But the people that saw, you get like that street cred.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh yeah, I'm not messing with Patty.
Right.
Like,
now they don't mess with
he's my boy. Oh, that was good, man. I was tired of him anyway. You know, like stuff like that. Not to condone violence, but there's so many ways to maneuver it, especially because now we're in a different generation where now I'm glad people talk about things more compared to like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. 20 years ago when you were in Atlanta, right? 20?
No. I was in Atlanta back in 19. So I'm always there.
I thought you were 32.
No, I'm 51.
My brother. He got the black and the Asian. Look at that, my man. 51, man.
Yeah, I'm 51.
Wow, good for you, man.
You tell with all the gray hair.
You know, no, it's just shadows. It's the shadows. But
my younger days is the 90s. So yeah, I'm 51, man. So
yeah, man. I was born in '98, so I'm a '90s kid. '90s kid.
Yeah, probably one of my siblings running around and shit. Not siblings, one of my little offspring. Who knows?
Bro, you kill me, man. Bro, but in Atlanta, you were also doing some kung fu movie stuff. I heard for fun.
Oh wow, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Tell me about that. Actually, I want to know more.
When I was really young, there was a good friend of mine that I still talk to this day, named Benjamin Harrisberger. Ben Hameen is what we call him.
Ben Hameen. Okay.
Hameen, yeah.
Where is he from?
Ben Hameen just is in Spanish.
Okay.
Benjamin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who?
What the hell?
With the J. I see. Sorry, I see.
Hameen.
Hameen. Yeah.
So he became successful in his own right. In original music as well. I went the drumming route. He went the songwriter route and playing guitar. So he became famous and popular amongst our friends in high school because he created a band called LOA, Live on Arrival.
Live on Arrival. That sounds dope, right there.
It was like jazz type chords, but with hip hop rapping over it.
No way.
Live hip hop.
Yeah.
Back when live hip hop was just kind of hitting the scene in the 90s, 94 to be precise. And so he went that route. And what were we talking about?
The kung fu.
Oh yeah, okay. So shit, man, I can't believe that. So anyway, so we grew up together.
Okay.
And when we were really young, this is like 80s, man. This is like the late 80s, back when we were just like, you know, not even in our late teens yet, man. Early teens.
Wow.
My mom bought this little Cameo or Casio or I forget the name. Fisher Price, fucking Playfield, some bullshit. It was when they first came out with camcorders.
Camcorders, yeah.
But you could use it was like a video cassette.
Okay.
but like a tape deck, an old school tape deck, back when tape decks were out.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. So you could put in this little tape deck, and it would record black and white film.
No way, battery operated.
Battery operated,
Oh
and then you
God.
could plug it up to your TV, just like a Nintendo back in the day, with the
Yeah.
RF cables. And
Ooh, the RF cables,
yeah,
man.
man. So we would record ourselves. He would say something, and I would say what the line was, and he would just mouth shit and just be like, and I'd be like, ha ha ha, I'm here to come and kill you. And then all of a sudden I would like hit cut, and then we would throw a bunch of leaves in the way and hit play, and then hit cut again.
Yo.
And then he would stand there, and then I would hit play, so it looked like he like would jump away with the leaves.
Dude, you're the
And we
original
would jump in
TikTokers
the
right
air
there,
and,
bro.
and like grab our
Oh, the shirts?
fly through the air.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we did that. Man, we were so young. I wish I had those videos still.
It's probably somewhere hidden in someone's garage sale.
Someone's garage sale, thrown away.
If you guys know where it's at, can you give it to our boy right here? You know what I'm saying?
If that could be found. But yeah, we did videos, and then we did so many videos to where they were starting to imprint on each other.
Oh,
and we would see
overlap
like
kinda.
Yeah, we would see like the shadow or the
Dude, that must
ghost
have
of the
been so
last
funny.
video.
You see one is like punching, and the other one just
Yeah.
like talking, and you're like, why is he getting punched? I don't know.
It's like, what is that? Yeah, we'd go. He had like this abandoned garage in the back of his property in downtown.
Yeah.
But not his property. But we would found like an abandoned garage, and we'd just film. Yeah. So
Dude.
then that was my early wanting to be a director, wanting to be a
Actor,
writer,
all
just
that stuff.
all
Yeah,
of it,
all
just
the
mixing
entertainment
it,
stuff.
Yeah.
What movies were you kind of like inspired by then?
But Kung Fu, of course. I mean, we would always watch, because we didn't have many channels back then. When few of us didn't have cable, so we didn't have the luxury to rock it out all the time and all 20 channels or whatever it was. Back then.
Now it's unlimited.
Yeah, right. And then it became 40 and then 50 channels, and everybody's like, oh shit, So we only had like 6 channels in all, and Channel 69 would play in Atlanta, Georgia, would play the Kung Fu, and we would all watch Kung Fu, and I didn't know how many people liked it.
Yeah.
Because I would go to school and be like, yo, I watched that Kung Fu last night. And the black kids, the white kids, and that's pretty much all it was, black and white kids, and mixed kids. And we would all laugh and talk about it. And be like, did you see that shit? Remember when he was doing, and we were like, oh shit. And then we all realized we all watched the same shit.
Kung Fu brings people together, man. That's beautiful. That's the message of this right here.
Watching,
Dude, that's insane,
yeah,
bro.
Man. Yeah, totally.
So like that era was like Bruce Lee stuff?
No, that was, we didn't know any names. No, Bruce Lee was before us, but then it was just showing reruns of all the older Kung Fu movies, whatever it was. There wasn't really, I didn't know any names. We just watched. People like grabbing like tortillas and whatever, and just like throwing them and, just the sounds and us laughing our asses off.
Dude, that's sounds like a wholesome time right there.
It was, man. That was back when we could joke on each other.
Oh, yeah, nowadays.
We didn't care about each other's race. We would just slam each other and how poor each other was, how dumb our moms were,
the yo mama jokes, man.
And how our dads couldn't beat us up, but then we'd say, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell my dad, no.
I'm chill, good.
No,
bro, that's a funny era, man. You're taking me back a little.
It was good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, you can't do that stuff now. You'll get canceled immediately because of the internet.
Yeah.
But it looks like that's how you kind of like sparked that creativity even more, man. That's like the fact that you had a camcorder that looked like it barely worked, and you still made it work somehow with your friend. Like that's insane, man. The creativity, because now we got it good, man. The fact that we can record something on a phone, bro.
Immediately, just pop our phones
on TikTok, literally, people are like, "Hey, what up? 50,000 views." It's insane now.
Yeah, I just recorded a hummingbird the other day and put it on slow-mo. And when do you ever when do you get a chance to do that?
I know, that's usually like National Geographic,
yeah,
man.
I'm just in there watching this. Yeah, man, watching a fucking hummingbird.
That's insane. Yeah, man, the creativity, man. So when you were doing all that kind of like directing, acting, when did you like really dive into that drumming, like percussion, everything like that?
Well, my mom's had always been involved in the industry in hair and makeup, just like my grandmother.
God, your grandmother was a generational, man?
Generational, for sure. So my mom was always hanging around musicians, and those musicians always played. There were several times where I would, hang out and watch them play live bands in the homes that we were hanging out in. So like hippie shit, So all these cats are jamming and rocking out. So I just started. I wanted to be a drummer, and ever since I could remember, like 6, I was like, I want to play drums. And then I think 12th birthday, my mom got me a drum set, and then I learned my first beat.
Okay.
And then a few years later, I kind of like let it go. And then a few years later, my first real beat, other than the one that my mom taught me, that everyone knows, every drummer, it's like this.
What is it?
It goes. That's it. That's the first beat that every drummer knows.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
every drummer
classic.
learns, and you can alter that beat to make it sound good. However, it doesn't sound good that way. So my real first beat after that initial beat was what was it? Funky Cole Medina, I think it was. Yeah, Funky Cole Medina by
Funky Cole Medina. Okay.
by Tone Loc. Funky Cole Medina. Blacku, 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 blam. Anyway, I played that
Damn,
shit.
that's sick right there, bro.
I played that shit for hours trying to figure that beat out, and my friends would come downstairs and be like, stop. Just stop. And then another friend came in and was like, just let him go, let him go, let him go. You know, he's learning.
Yeah.
And that sparked it. And I started playing from then on and just trying to play as much as possible. And then a few years after that, I realized I was playing as well as the guys on the radio. And I was like, why don't I try?
Oh,
If I can play as good as them, then I could play this song. So then I just started getting with bands and then getting with really good musicians and then just playing and learning from high quality musicians on what to do and how to play. And then I learned how to tune really well. And then my sound, I started to hone in my sound so I didn't sound, even if I wasn't as good as that next drummer, my kit sounded really tight. So it made me sound better than the next guy. Even if the next guy was, threw in better licks, my set sounded more tribal. So they kind of went with me.
Oh, they like that a little bit. That little flavor right there. Okay.
Thickness.
I see. I like that. Ooh,
word.
What is a lick, by the way? You got to tell me about this, like this lingo, this drummer lingo.
A lick is just it's
when
a
you hit the
certain
cymbal
hit.
or something?
Well, no, just a lick just means like, yo, man, play that lick, and then you just drop it. Or
Okay.
it's one of those things. It could mean several things. A lick could be a specific pattern, or it could be like when Arsenio Hall back in the day, dating myself, back when he would say, Chuck, kick it. And then Chuck would kick it. That's the lick.
That's his lick.
Kicking.
I know exactly what Chuck. Yeah. Okay.
So,
That's so cool, man.
Yeah. So, your lick. Or you could even apply that to acting. What lick did you play? Oh, man, I gave him this line, or I was playing this. It's your tune. It's your lick.
A little swagger right there. Yeah, it's a flavor.
It could be your guitar. It could be anything.
Like a little. Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's your energy.
Okay. And did you learn the other instruments then too to help with the drums?
Not really. I'm not as capable as I.
He's humble. He's humble.
So I picked up the bass, and I was a singer for a while. I jumped in like a hardcore band here and there.
Okay.
And started screaming and stuff, and.
Oh, like screamo.
Yeah.
Dude, how do you do that? That's hard, man.
It wasn't too bad. It will ruin your voice quickly. And then with my friend Ben, I was telling you about, we would get on the porch and he would grab his acoustic and we would rhyme and sing and just throw raps, freestyle.
Dude, this mix is amazing, man. Like if you guys had an actual GoPro during this time, viral. I mean,
oh, totally. I influenced. Obviously he's uber talented. If you ever
shout out to the homie, yes sir. We got to get him on the show eventually. Is he in Atlanta?
No, he is in Atlanta.
Okay, for sure. Then I haven't been.
He'd be great to be on the show. Yeah. He's an amazing guy. He's uber talented. I just my influence. I'm not saying like I influenced him, but the direction that he went was because of our interactions on those porches.
That connection, yes, sir.
Yeah, just hanging out and then being like, yo, man, you should write some stuff like this. And he was like, word. And he did.
Yeah.
And then another time I was like, man, you should make some stuff like this because it sounded so good. And he was like, word. And he did.
Bro,
again.
I mean, art is collaborative, man.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I'm working on I don't know if I can reveal too much, but with one of my good Indonesian American actor homies, we're working on a script right now.
Word.
It's mainly his, but like just giving the feedback and having people that are like not just yes men.
Yeah.
Because like that's also very toxic if they're like, everything is great. Good job, Zach. You did
Yeah.
amazing. Even though you played like booty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But you need someone to also be like, yo, that was good, but let's see if we try it this way.
Yeah.
That gets the gears going, and then it leads to like more success. And
Right.
you know, there's enough food for everyone out there. Just give the good energy. There's too much, especially nowadays. I feel like Hollywood has that like thing where people are like, oh, only I can be on top. I'm like, bro, there's a lot of seats on the table. You gotta share the wealth. You know,
share the wealth. Throw the ropes, man. Don't be a gatekeeper because other people can give to that same salad and make it even better.
Yes, sir.
Opposed to making it bland with iceberg. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. You know, you gotta
get some seasoning up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Some seasoning.
You know what I'm saying?
In there.
No cranberries in the salad, right? Watch out now. Don't put cranberries on the potato salad now.
Oh, shit.
Okay, don't tell me you do that, bro. We might have to.
No.
Okay, thank God. No. Bro, the first time I ever tried that, oh, Lord.
That's a southern thing for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Raisins in the potato salad.
Yeah, something like, raisins and the dried cranberry, something. I'm like,
it's like,
ooh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough. So you're fully white then, or what's the?
Yeah, well, I'm like I have Sicilian in me.
Okay.
Like 20% Sicilian, or
20%
maybe less,
Sicilian,
maybe 15% Sicilian.
And then the other percentage.
It's like fucking
everything.
No, it's like white. Okay, so I'm white European, French, and then Sicilian. And that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's like just like everybody has a little bit of.
Well, you got like
African
1% African, 1% Southeast Asian.
Yeah.
Of course.
Word.
And that's actually how we connected. He's my long lost brother. How do we know each other, man? What's our origin story, man?
Man, well, on set, on location, on set, and just throwing the vibes, man. Telling them where to position and to just work it, and not being too cluttery, as a lot of AD people would do. They seem to get too just fucking, it's a shoot, man. Who cares?
Have fun, do your thing.
Have fun, yeah. There's a reason why we hired certain people, and some people feel they have to, I don't know, the ego takes over is what happens. And they don't just let people be them. Like when that one chick was like, should we pamphlet mine? No. Why? Just talk. Like, you guys talk about what's actually happening right now. You guys are, oh, wow, look, they're shooting over there. Cool. Hey, look at this guy right here.
Oh, he's eating something.
Yeah, he's eating something. What are you guys doing? Cool, man. Look at that shirt. Oh, how'd they get you in that? Oh, that's cool. It looks good on you. Do you get to keep your outfit? Shit like that, man. The real shit. Because when you start getting robotic, I think that
it shows quickly too.
It shows, absolutely shows in your vibe. That's why when you see, I notice this a lot now when I'm watching movies, when I see background walking, they will not acknowledge a person walking next to them. However, in real life, we all acknowledge everyone. We at least walk and we look over, oh, there's a person walking towards me. Even if you don't want to create contact, you look down in a way, that's fine, but you still go, oh, wow, this person's walking towards me.
Cool. Like the quick eye line.
Yeah, I'm going to keep walking, not this. Don't look.
I can only go to the corner. I can like NPC, like an NPC.
Yeah, like
an NPC. Yeah, for sure.
Don't be a fucking NPC, man. And if you actors out there listening, don't be a fucking NPC. That shit is annoying as fuck. You look stupid when there's an explosion and you're just.
We could have added AI on that one, to be honest.
Yeah, man. What the fuck are you there for, man? You're there for a reason. But yeah, anyway, I'm not dissing on, people who don't know.
No, but that's raw, man. And this is why we connected, man. This is the flower section of the Patty Show. Flower. Man, the energy you brought, man, the first second we met, professionalism. Let me start with that, man. He was like, this is the schedule, boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. But then you talked about, you were talking about the reacting to your surroundings.
Yeah.
That's such a great pointer to have for people, because people are just too stressed on set. There's people that are like, oh my God, I need to be perfect. Especially, I feel like background people want to really prove something, all that stuff.
Of course, because,
so the fact that you made everyone feel so comfortable with the idea of, hey guys, we're here to have fun. It's a great day, little hot, but we still had a fun time. We're vibing out, everyone was chatting. We bonded on our Asian connection somehow.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that happened.
Oh man,
I don't know how the conversation.
Warm, being hot. I don't know. Thailand might have come
Yeah,
up.
we were talking about Thailand for some reason.
And
so
food maybe.
I'm not from Thailand, but I've been to Thailand multiple times, y'all, as you guys can tell. But your wife, your wife is Part Thai?
No, she's half Thai.
Half Thai,
Yeah.
yes. That's how we connected. I had a feeling he had some Asian energy somehow. I feel like I'm really good at guessing the Asian energies from
Word.
people, and you brought that energy, man, the warmth, the Southeast Asian warmth. And you were talking about how you guys were going to Thailand?
We're moving to Thailand.
Moving to Thailand, man. That's so exciting, bro.
Yeah, her mother is making the move back. So we're going with her. She was a little nervous about her mom, her little tiny ass Thai mom, who's like, 4'2". I mean, she's this little thing, and she was worried. And obviously, not just Thai, just Asian families all have to be together.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
Can't just leave your moms after all those years. And it was just her and her mom in Alabama, so it's like you have these two connect right there, and only friends that her mom has is a couple of Thai women, and they're fucking, I mean, come on, man, they talk about their rich white husbands and shit. It's stupid, and it's funny how older Asians always have to have a fucking a Louis Vuitton bag or something Gucci bag.
Bro, I feel like you're Asian, or you get it now.
Some kind of shit, and then be as cheap as a motherfucker on everything else. But demand we buy this purse for her. But then everything is cheap.
Yeah, everything, the nails gotta be cheap. Everything. I'm like,
whatever you want, mom.
Yeah, tell me how the math adds up, right? Yeah, there. Like I guess it evens out.
Totally.
Right, $1 bill for the restaurant, but then after that, $3 bills for.
Yeah, totally.
Like, okay.
One time, my girl's funny as hell because the Asian will come out in her, and she'll be like, I'll be like, I wanted this item that she had got somehow off of some free advertisement or promotion or something, and we got a free air purifier. And then her mom was like, oh, I like air purifiers. And so she gave it to her mom after I already said I wanted it. Let's go ahead and keep it. Yeah. She gave it to her mom, and then her mom sold it. She was like, oh, look what I got. I got money for it. And it was like, what? But I wanted that. And they're like, oh, we'll get you another one. That was 4 years ago. So
you remember this guy, okay? When you want to know Zach, he still holds the grudge, right?
Still holding the grudge.
When y'all move to Thailand, we'll get one.
We'll get plenty. I'll
get you one from Indonesia, bro. How about that? Custom made. I'll probably know someone.
I'll have one next to my bed.
There you go. One in the bathroom.
One in the bathroom, one in the kitchen.
There
for
you
sure,
go.
the kitchen.
For sure, you need all that. Wait, so how did you meet your wife then, bro? What's the story behind that?
At a show. I met her at a show. I was actually. I was seeing a friend of hers, and she came to one of my shows at a club we were playing, and she saw me and I saw her, and I was just like, yo, my guitarist was like, shut the fuck up, because I wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And when we talk about manifestation and other things later on, I'll explain how I met her, but I met her at a show for sure. And
that's insane.
And she was like, it's on. And I'd flirt with her, I was like, oh, I'll take it out of your ass. And she's like, I'll beat you up. And I was like, oh shit, I love this girl.
Yeah, we love the banter, bro. Shout out to the women that bring banter, bro. We need that.
I love banter.
Banter, personality, hearts. Oh my God.
The fact that she wasn't taking shit. She was
That's the best traits out there. That's the green flags right there, bro, honestly. Because they can handle anything and they throw it back, but it's playful. It's not trying to bully you. It's like, actually,
she brought it back immediately with no consequence.
Yeah,
it was good.
It's probably the hair, man. And did you have the long hair at that time when you were?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
It's the long hair.
Yeah, totally.
We would have been twins, bro. With the long... I'll just let it out eventually.
Yeah, I'm in the middle stages. I let it grow, and then it gets annoying. And then I shave it off, and then I get annoyed that I shaved it off.
Well, you got a good head of hair, bro. Like no balding. Like damn, bro, that's impressive.
Hell yeah.
Some of my friends, sorry to my homies, they're like 22 and.
Oh shit, it's already going.
Woo, the McDonald arches. Sorry, you know.
No, I got lucky. A lot of my nobody in my family is bald.
I'm telling you, that's why I think you're like percent Asian, a couple percent Asian, a little black there, bro. I'm telling you, you got the long locks, dude.
Word, yeah.
My God, man, that's the drummer lifestyle, the rock star.
Word, that's what I mean. Shit. I don't know if I could have gotten her now.
Hey, come on, man. It's a different angle.
Word. Be like, I'm in the movie business.
Just like everybody else right now.
I've been in background before. Here's my number. You gonna call me?
Can you call me, sir? Can you call me madame? Yeah, it was like to court her or whatever. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Bro, the movie business, the what's it called, the drums though, man. I want to get back to that a little bit more. When you were in the band Liquid Ginger, Okay. When you got that magazine cover, how did that whole thing work out? Because were you always their drummer, or did you jump in?
I jumped in. Let's see. I jumped in around 2009, I think it was, maybe 8. But however, I'd been hanging out with them since 2000. I actually played drums with them at a party, and they didn't know I could play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I jumped on drums. However, they had another drummer, and they were just getting together, and I jumped on and played with them.
And they were like, we like this
They were
vibe.
like, oh shit, you could actually play. However, the other drummer went on for another several years, and so I started coming to hang out and running the faders on their mixing board.
Okay.
To make sure they were. So I was basically sound for them for a short time, and lighting, because we'd set up lights, and and I would play the lights with the beats, and since I'm already a drummer, I was playing the lights with the beats, and so it was actually going with the show.
Wow.
So I was doing a lot of that with Liquid Ginger, and they were playing. So they were winning awards. Best local artist, best rock artist, best cover band, best original artist.
I mean, the lead vocalist is really talented, man. I listened to some of the stuff, man. It's insane. That's why they have a magazine cover, bro.
Yeah, totally. She's really good. Ginger is amazing. In fact, everybody in that band still are great musicians, and we all came together, powerhouse. And Bob, an amazing drummer.
Shout out to everybody.
And then eventually Bob peeled away, and then that's when I jumped in.
Ah, okay.
He moved off with his girl and their kids or whatever, and they did their own thing. And they auditioned like 5 drummers, and I was one of those auditions. And there was one kid, I think, that probably could have beaten me out. However, it was me. So that was the turning factor. It was like either have somebody new who's good, who he was a great kid, man.
Shout out to the kid out there.
Yeah, I wish I remembered his name. Damn, not that it matters, but it was this black kid came in, and God, I could remember his face, but I can't remember his name, and he rocked it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm probably not gonna
You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to make some phone calls.
I guess I'm back to the faders.
Yeah. You're like, practice.
Back to the lights and the faders, and I was okay with that because he was good. But then, it finally just came down to, just comfortability, and that I had known the band for so long, and Ginger and I are really close.
That's awesome, man.
And the rest of the band and I are really close. So,
dude, and that's a lesson of like, you really never know when your opportunity will come up.
Right.
Always be ready, and
totally.
the connection that you make, don't burn those bridges unless they're actually toxic. That's a different story.
Of course.
But from what I'm hearing from this amazing group, sounds like you guys have such a solid chemistry, and working with them, you knew how cool they were, they knew how cool you were. Yeah. So it was like, even though they have Jesus, as a savior, maybe we'll put my boy Judah. No, maybe not Judah. That's a bad. Trying to think of another biblical. So someone that's not Jesus.
Word, something else. But yeah, it was fun, man. It was cool. I'm glad that I got a chance to do that, man. And you're right. I was prepared for the opportunity. And I was able to slide right in, man. And then shortly after that, because of those years of me not being in the band, but still being with the band, and watching them get all these awards every year. They got the best artist, best local artist, best rock band, best cover band, and best original act.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, every year. And then even they still got all those awards after I joined. So we were a big fish in a little pond, let's be real.
Yeah.
However, we did bring it, man. We brought it for a long time, and then it just kind of started to fade, and then COVID hit.
There we go, man.
And then everything.
Well, at least the cover looks sick, man. You guys gotta check it out. You look like a badass in that one, running a little corner. I was like, okay, Buffalo player.
Nice. Yeah.
And then you guys, did you leave and then came back to play, or?
I did. We left for San Diego, and that was the first time that we broke up, or I had stopped playing with them. And then they had some other drummers come in and step in for a while, but I'm still pretty much the drummer. And so then when I came back, I played with them again. Several times, and then the COVID thing kind of took over, and then a lot of things changed.
Yeah, of course, over a lot of pivots. A lot of people love that you came back. I saw on Facebook random comment from Angela. Zach is back. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. What? Question mark, exclamation point,
shit, nice.
question mark, exclamation point. A lot of them, okay? Stunned, shocked, stunned, amazed. Exclamation point.
That's
Question mark.
awesome. That's
I
so
hope
cool.
I make it to this epic event. Exclamation point.
That's
Exclamation point.
awesome. That's
Shout
so
out
cool.
Angela and all the amazing fans. You have a lot of support there, man. So
Oh, that's so cool.
I wish I could have experienced it live, man. It must have been crazy out there. The
It was,
energy.
man. We used to pack it out, man. For Savannah, so we would open up for the major acts that came into town, and this is the main thing why we were so known as we are. They would have St. Patty's Day.
Oh, my favorite holiday.
Yeah, right. So they would have this huge St. Patty's celebration in Savannah, Georgia, and it was the second largest one. And I think the first largest one, or the largest one, is The largest one, I believe, is in Boston, if I'm correct.
Or Chicago maybe.
Or Chicago. Okay,
one of them.
So
Yeah.
one of those, there's the largest one, and the second largest was Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, I guess I gotta go. That's my sign.
Well, I don't know how big it is
And
now.
okay.
Right. So at the time when we were doing all this in the early 2000s, they were it was the biggest event in the Southeast. And everybody, like a 250,000 people would always come into this one little area in Savannah and pack it out. So when we played, it was always a headliner. So we were playing for like 8 o'clock headlining night, opening up where a major celebrity should be, but we would be the ones working it out. So they'd put on like some opening act, then they put on us, then they'd put on the main act. So we were always in the best spot to play. So I don't know how many people we played in front of, but the few times that I got to play those Savannah gigs, it had to have been, I want to say more, but I want to be humble about it because I don't want to bullshit. I want to say at least 20 to 25,000 people. And there's probably more because, the sound waves go and they carry. But I know all those people weren't just watching us because it was just a sea of people in just like a huge celebration.
Yeah.
It's just a sea of
There's
people.
so many people.
And then there's like, stage here playing for everybody. And then we stop and then another stage plays over here. And then we go back on, something like that. So I know a lot of people heard us. How many people were paying attention? Who knows? But I know I played for thousands.
Dude, that's amazing, man. And I can't imagine the passion and oh my goodness. How do you stay composed when there's so many people watching though during those performances?
There's a lot of looking down in a way. So when I play and I always look down.
Okay.
And then every once in a while I'll look around and see and then, oh shit, that's a lot of people. And then I go right back down. And that's how I keep myself sane and on time because I'm trying to, I'm the heartbeat, man. I've got to keep.
Yeah, you got to.
under
I mean,
control.
man. I think I saw some clips of you on YouTube actually because you were interacting with the singer and you guys had the chemistry. It was good, man. It's a vibe. I always love when people are like singing, like you're working with the whole band.
Yeah.
It's similar to like you were saying with the background stuff. Like everyone's around you. You're not just playing guitar by yourself. Yeah. You gotta interact with the bass player. You gotta, like hey, what's up, man? You good, bro? Like, I love seeing those little things because I've never been in a band, but I'm the oldest of 6 siblings, and we always wanted to do like a brother band, brother sibling,
awesome.
something like that.
That'd be so
so I used to do like the church stuff. I was like a worship leader and stuff, so I would do some of that stuff, but never like rock band, crazy like on tour kind of thing. So that's just sounds so sick, bro.
It was really fun. And I mean, I forgot to say that, not to keep on going with it, but like the whole reason why I finally, because those years that I was hanging out with them, I wasn't just playing the fader. I was actually coming up on stage and doing certain, like we would do, what was that song? I Know You, by Outkast. Roses.
Oh, yeah.
By Outkast. I know you don't sting. That song, we would do that, and I would come out for that song to do the rap part. Yeah. So she got a hottie body, but her attitude was potty. That part, I would come out on stage with shades on and then do that rap.
Wow.
And then walk off after it was done, and then walk off stage, and then they would go on with their set. So that was before I was the drummer. So I got to actually, like perform with them a few times, or a bunch of actually every night that they played that song, I would be up there. I'd be doing the faders and like, Zach, come up. I'm like, oh.
It's time.
And then I'd get up, put the shades on, and go do the rap, and then come back down because Tri-City High Schools is where Big Boy went. I met Big Boy at Tri-City High School.
Crazy, man. You're adaptable, man. I'm telling you, this guy does it all, man.
Word,
He said
yeah.
the rapping. Oh my, bro, that's insane, man.
Yeah,
You were also in 2005, $24 a day. But
Oh
Mark
yeah.
Birch as a host.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about that, man. I couldn't find anything about
Oh
it,
yeah.
so I was
Yeah,
curious.
I tried to find that video, man, because I wanted to use it for a reel. So back in 2005, yeah, I did this thing called $24 a day in my hometown of Little Five Points. And what we did was we went around and we found places that were inexpensive, that were still good, and gave you a decent amount of food for $24 a day, meaning our total bill for lunch, breakfast, and dinner would equal $24. And we went to 3 different spots, which the breakfast joint is no longer there, but it was like some place, now it's called Porter's or something, some place called Porter's in the location in Little Five Points. It was, I can't recall. It was a breakfast joint. They were pretty good. But yeah, that's all I did. I went around. I was like, hey guys, come check this out. We're going to go check out breakfast. And then I'd go in, I'd be like, it's pretty good, a little flaky, a little messy, and then I would eat it.
Little review? Oh my God, bro, that's cool.
Like almost just like the Food Channel, man, Food Network, same shit. And then we went over to a barbecue place. I was like, Joe, now we're over for lunch. We're gonna check out this place.
Yeah,
you know?
and the budget has to be within.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sick,
And then I tell them how much it is, and then I say now, and I even got dessert, y'all. And then for dinner, I was like, now dinner, and it's like, look, I even got a couple bucks left over after all this. Think I'm gonna get dessert. That shit.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
so who made that idea? Was it you or?
No, I think it was given to Mark Birch and his partner at the time. It was given to them, and they filmed myself, and it was given to another team, and they filmed somebody, and then another team, and they filmed somebody, and only 2 of us made it.
Wow.
So out of like maybe 5 people, 2 of us actually made it to the net, and then they pulled it because they found one of the places closed. So then they pulled it, and I still can't find that video.
Yeah, you know how this. We were talking about how this business is really woo.
Yeah, totally.
Woo-hoo, I don't know.
Wish I had that, because that would have been the greatest reel. I mean, like, look, see, I can do this.
I can do this. Hey, maybe we have to replicate it somewhere, man. A patty show version $24 a day. I don't know if we can do it here.
No,
$24.
$2,400 a day. Shit.
Who's trying to fund that? $2,400 a day. You know.
Man.
Put on the patty show tab. Come on, let me ask my producer.
Yeah, right.
$300. Yeah, $300.
Nah, I can imagine
avocado toast.
Yeah, right. Damn, especially in Beverly Hills.
I know. Yo, that's crazy, man. That sounds like a cool opportunity, man. Like I said, you do so many different things, man. You were also with what is this? Caitlin Gold?
Oh yeah.
And the what is it? The orphan?
The orphanage.
Yeah. What
So
was that?
so Caitlin Gold is a musician. I'm not sure if she's doing it anymore, but she was a singer here in L.A. And when I lived in San Diego, we came up here, and I played with a guy named Jordan Lawson and another guy named now I forgot his name. I'd have to look it up. Forgive me for that. Forgive me. Either way, we played. He wasn't in the band long, and neither was I. Either way, we played with her. We won some in Venice. We won a Battle of the Bands. Then we were supposed to play at.
Wait, Battle of the Bands. They actually have those?
Yeah, right. They did, and we won. We won, and the other. In fact, all of us won that night. Nobody lost. So we were all going to be playing at the Whiskey A Go Go, and then that kind of fell through, and then I came back to Atlanta. So, but I was with her for several months, and it was a folk, old school rock with some country tendencies.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how
she
that
was the
all.
singer.
What's the difference between like folk music, country music? How would you?
Just the style of vibe that you're bringing. It wasn't very much. It was like basic rock, basic folk rock. So I guess it wasn't as in your face rock and roll. Like, yeah, it was more singing, woman and stories.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Female singer with stories.
That's okay. That's
so that gives it a little more of a folky vibe.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. I like to listen to all types of music, but I can never also differentiate. I've been back on my pop punk era.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey man,
Hey,
ever
man, I
since
love.
Paradox came
Hey man,
back.
hey man, you know.
The Paradox,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
heard
yeah,
those
yeah.
kids?
Of course.
Man, those motherfuckers are
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Dude,
I love that
I
shit.
love a good punk vibe because I don't know, there's like that angst to it, you know?
Yeah, no, totally.
They're like, get in my room, Dad, you know?
Yeah, hey, you hit me in my car.
Yeah.
So
Oh
stupid.
man, it's actually like really trendy because now they put like trap beats on it too.
Interesting.
Some rap, yeah, like
I've seen some cats coming out with some stuff, man.
yeah.
Bring it.
I love when they just mix all this music. I mean, like you see some Afrobeat stuff mixed with
Yeah.
like a little country too. I'm like, this is what it's about. That's what we need. Just blending more of all those things. You know?
Totally. I would like to see more live music coming back. And I think it is. There's a lot of rock out there that's not being played on the mainstream, but a lot of live music is coming back out.
For sure.
People are missing the energy.
I know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because when you're in like a physical space in a venue, it's different than watching it on YouTube or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you playing the drums and with the 20,000 people is one thing being there and then another thing like watching it back. You know?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I definitely miss seeing that stuff. I'm glad now after like what is it, like 5 years after COVID now, there's way more concerts and everything.
it's
So
starting to
hopefully,
slowly come back. It's still, I know everybody's got PTSD because I do, because now when I get into huge crowds, I start questioning it. I'm like, damn man, should I even be here?
yeah, right. It's weird, right?
It's strange. It throws me off, man, because before I didn't even, you don't even
think about it, no, for sure,
And
yeah.
now all these people coughing and sneezing,
know.
you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, think about it.
What am I
Before like
doing?
2019, everyone was like, yeah, we just dogpiling, was it Warp Tours? All the
People blowing on people's cakes.
yeah, woo! They throw cake
Have
in the
a
audience.
birthday.
Yeah, and then you're like,
Muslim.
now it's like they use a fan to.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, bro, they used to do that all the time. The birthday cakes, you're like, okay, done.
Nice.
Take the picture and then that's it, right?
That's the way it should be.
Wrap
man.
it up. Now I
Everybody's
guess
spitting all over
I
them.
know. It
All right,
makes
everyone
sense,
have
man.
my DNA. It's for you.
Oh man, that's how you duplicate all the different monsters.
Yeah,
Right, Speaking of, man, I saw you did something called Paranormal Monsters Society
Oh, right. Yeah, yes.
TV series. You played a drummer.
Yeah. Well, so Caitlin Gold band. That band, I got with them, and one of her songs was going to be used as the theme song.
Oh,
For
I
that
see.
show.
For that show, okay.
Yeah, and so we went. They did the pilot, and then they had us act like we were playing, so they could put us on, for the pilot and
Yeah.
everything. And I don't think it got picked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But I was on it. I
There
got
we
some
go.
Credit for
Yeah,
it.
that's all you did. Hey, this is why I like you and me think the same, bro. As long as it's there, it's there.
It's there, man.
Hey, man, you
It
did the
was
work.
made. It was
That's the
made.
biggest tip too in entertainment. You just gotta put it there,
You know,
and it's
as
also
long
good
as
to
it's there.
recall it back because then now you're like, oh, I remember we did that thing one time in a
Yeah,
random
totally.
studio, and
Totally forgot about
the
that.
energy. Well, I'm glad I could remind you on that
Yeah,
one.
man.
Shout out to the homies out there. And you did something called I don't know how to pronounce this. Cerebrum.
Cerebrum. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that's right.
voiceover stuff.
Oh yeah. Damn man. hell
First
yeah.
AD grip.
Yeah. Okay. So that one,
Gaffer.
it was a friend of mine or an acquaintance who was doing a short movie, and I was able to come in as first AD and help out, and then of course grip, and then I did some scenes like I shook someone's hand and accepted a key.
Okay.
And then I did a
Background,
voice.
Newscaster.
Yeah, I did
Yes, sir.
newscaster background. I didn't like it too much because when I heard it, he had slowed it down to make it sound mundane, but it just made me sound like I was slow.
Well, good catch. Yeah, we just tested him. He passed. Good job, Zach.
Well, I almost got canceled right there. It's back in the
Don't
day,
worry, we cannot get canceled on the Patty Show anymore.
Word.
That was a good catch, bro. I'll give you that. That was
Word.
a good.
Yeah,
That was a good play. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
He was like,
But yeah, so it sounded like, because and I was like, in later news today,
oh yeah.
there was a man who was shot. And it was just like, dude, that was way too slow, man. It made me sound terrible. I didn't even want to use the reel because I didn't want them to think that I was saying it. That stuff. It's like, because in me, I was like, in later news today, there was another man shot, and he, recovering from his wounds.
Like, why didn't they just tell you from the beginning, direct you, like, hey, let's slow it down a little bit?
I would have.
You'd be like, I'll listen to direction, right?
I would have paragraphed everything off and then done it and then even stretched it out and be like, in later news today, a man was shot. later brought to the hospital instead of,
And later.
Yeah, it really was. It was like I was on Valium.
Man, I gotta find this somewhere, man.
Yeah, it was on. It felt like I was on Valium. I'm sure you can find it on my Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have to find. Oh man, you're funny, man. You're killing me, bro.
But yeah.
But you did a lot of stuff, man. So first AD, for the people that don't know, what are some of the responsibilities? Was this your first time doing it?
Yes,
That was
first
your
time doing
debut, huh?
first AD.
Okay.
It's just set management. It's to keep everybody on schedule, to keep everybody on time, let everybody know, okay, this is what we're doing. And so the director pretty much doesn't have to do anything. It's the director's vision, but it's the AD's push. So the AD...
And like the practical elements of it.
Right. The AD does everything, and the director says, yeah, I like it. Everything looks great. Go. And then the AD says, okay, action. So all those people seen in those movies with the director with his fucking bullhorn going, action, that doesn't happen. That's rare. Unless you have like a Michael Bay or fucking Spielberg, you really have the AD is running the show, straight up. I mean, that's always how it is in commercials.
Yep.
The director does shit. And I'm not shitting on the directors because the directors earn their spot to not do shit. That's why they're there. You know, they got their spot to be, yeah, I like it. Fucking call action, motherfucker. And then the AD goes, yes, sir. Action. And that's how it happens, man. So, but yeah, it was cool doing that. They went they went easy on me though.
First time, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of the director ran it a little more than probably. But again, this was a short film, and the AD doesn't do as much on film. The director gets a little more involved when it comes to film shoots. And but yeah, that was fun.
Well, man, you're good at it, man. I'm telling you, the schedule. I would say another more flowers too. I got to leave early too, so that was a blessing. So that's how I know. The time was right, because that day, I don't know if I told you, bro. I came back from my sister's graduation in Connecticut, and I had like the worst stomach bug. It like during lunchtime for some reason, I felt so sick, bro. I was just like, I cannot move. And luckily, like, I left earlier, like maybe like around 5 instead of like, I think it was supposed to be 8 or whatever.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
I think I would have passed out, bro. I was like, what? But it was also one of those moments, when you have where you're like, do I really like what I do? And even though I was like sick as a dog and I was like, I'm not feeling well, I'm like, I'm blessed. At least I'm here and not working at the restaurant I used to work at or picking up like trash or doing whatever. I was like, I'd rather be sick as hell, being on set, waiting for standby.
In the daylight, only got, 7 hours of what real work you're talking.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah.
An hour of real work.
No, exactly. So that's when I like caught myself. I was like, yo, young Patty would be like, yo, suck it up, buddy. Suck it up. But I needed that lesson at that moment because you sometimes you need those like little humbling moments.
Yeah,
but
man. It's
because of you, man. The timing. I'm so grateful because I was like, oh, I'm out. Oh, for sure. I'm like, love y'all. Peace and love.
Peace you can go.
You
can go.
For
we
sure.
don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I didn't want you anymore. Shit.
Oh man, that was a fun day outside. Yeah. But also, bro, you were a grip and gaffer. What is that for the people that don't know?
Okay, so they kind of just gave that to me. I just helped set up C-stands and lighting.
C-stands, what is that?
C-stand, it looks a lot like a cymbal stand, where it has it's just a it has 3 feet, so it's stable, and then it has different levels that raise.
Oh, I see.
And then it clamps and it hooks on for like lighting,
different equipment,
and different equipment to hold it in place. Flags, what we call flags, is like a big black metal wire. It's a big. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's a wired black frame, and then it basically blocks light.
Oh, okay.
So those are usually what it's used for, to hold the block light. The blocking is what they call it. And so I did a little blocking, and then I set up some lights. So Gaffer is setting up lights and helping with that. So and moving cords. So I didn't do that much.
Hey man, he still does it all. You got to learn it all, man. You're learning all the trades because then it's nice whenever they need you to jump in, and you're very adaptable. Like you're saying with all the different things, really quick on your feet and to figure things out, man. And it helps a lot with on set, even in life, honestly, just being ready for anything because anything can happen in a moment's notice,
Yeah.
Like the random people that are coming. No, we just have balloons come out of nowhere. Like what the heck? Soon we'll get to.
You're the millionth caller.
You are the millionth caller. Yeah. But you did so many other things, man. What is this, by the way? Elkhorn? Elkhorn? Elkhorn?
ELK.
It's like it looks like
Oh,
a Western.
Elkhorn.
Elkhorn.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yes,
Elkhorn.
yes,
Okay, so that was a Western that I did. I worked on with a few people. I got to be in the Civil War outfit.
Cool,
Got to
man.
walk around as a Civil War officer. I was an extra. I was gathering supplies from a local cantina or local grocery store.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had them back then. They were called like something else. It's escaping me right now. General stores. So yeah, and I got to do a bunch of stuff on there. Slate, where they slap the
Yeah.
scene 24, A3, take 2.
Okay.
So I was
Wagon
doing that.
rider, I saw.
Yeah, I was riding on a wagon. I don't know if that made it or not. I didn't watch every single second, so I don't know if they cut that out. But
Wagon riders.
I got to ride an old school wagon. I thought that thing was going to break. It was so old.
They got a real old school one?
It was a real wagon
What?
from the 1900s or sooner. I have no idea. It was old, so old.
How do they even get those things, man?
And we were moving so slowly, and I was just like, eesh. But it worked.
There we go, man.
Yeah,
He's
it
like, we're
looked
moving as slow as my
authentic.
newscaster, man.
Yeah, for real.
You're like, this goes faster than.
How y'all doing?
Oh man, dude.
Well.
Dude, those Western ones look super fun. I've never got blessed to do a background on that yet or a role yet because, Asian cowboys, I don't know if that's... Hey, you never know. Maybe
it
I'll
works.
have to...
There's Asian cowboys out there.
Someone write that.
They did the railroad a lot, but
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
But there were some Asian cowboys.
Oh, there we go, man. We might have to write something. We'll work behind the scenes to make that, make it pop it. You also did something called Way of the Wand?
Is it the wind?
Wind.
The wind.
Sorry. My handwriting is crazy.
Wand, wind, whatever, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Way of the Wand. He's a magician out here,
Right, yeah, right. No, Way of the Wind. That was an awesome short movie about Mia Jemison, who was the first female black astronaut. First black female astronaut, I should say. So, so she made all types of leaps and bounds. And it was about her life and how when she was growing up, how she wanted to be an astronaut, but then the teachers were like, oh, you want to be a nurse? She's like, no, I want to be a scientist. I want to be an astronaut. And then they were like, what else do you want to be? And I want to be a dancer. I want to be an artist. I want to be an actor. And they were like, you got to hold it back and just choose one. And she's like, I'm not choosing one. I'm doing them all. And she did.
Respect.
Yeah, and she did, man. She did. And so, I got to be a principal background. I don't know if that's a principal background. Either way, I was in a main scene. I was background straight up. I'm in a main scene in the back. But I was right there, and I'm like a judge, and I'm judging her while she's dancing.
Ah,
And so there's like a scene where I'm like,
She's like, oh, it's not bad.
not bad. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
He said, what do you think?
And that was pretty much it. Pantomime and bullshit. Nothing. But however, that short story won several awards and then won a space award because it went to Houston.
No way.
And then it got shown in the space station for the
Ain't
astronauts.
that crazy? Ain't that crazy?
So I got and me as a nerd and love space and science, I thought that was cooler than anything I've done. I was like, you mean I got a chance to get played on the space station?
In the presence of that?
For a bunch of scientists, man, that's cooler than any of the things that I've ever done.
Dude.
When I was a kid, I said I've always wanted to be on a magazine. I always wanted to play in front of 20,000 people. And I never even considered being able to be played on the space station.
That's insane, yeah.
Of all the things. And those are the things I wanted. However, I didn't know I would rather have that.
Wow.
That's way cooler than anything. Just being played on the space station for a bunch of scientists, astronauts. I think that's a pinnacle.
Wow. Shout out to the astronauts out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed his role. The head nods.
Yeah,
See, I know that guy. He's the drummer, right? He's the drummer on the Patty Show. Yeah, for sure. Dude, I mean, that's the thing. You really, like we were talking about, you never know what opportunities will open up for you.
Absolutely.
Like, who would have thought that would actually reach over there?
Totally. And all that came from me taking a chance with my wife saying, let's hit the road because COVID is not working for us right now. And then all of that came in the last 6 years of my life.
That's beautiful.
Being able to do all this really awesome shit.
Man, you've done a lot of cool stuff, man. You were doing an Audible thing with YouTube, I saw?
Oh yeah. I did a commercial for Audible.
That's awesome, man.
That was a full commercial with just me standing there bullshitting and saying that I was making royalties and I bought my. It didn't show all that, but there was some stuff in there that said, "Oh, I bought my wife royalty. With royalties, I bought her favorite car, the car of her dreams," which was bullshit. But they didn't put that on there because I actually did say at one point, So just so you know, they record everything. So if you say anything, the producers see all the recordings because they want to go through all the recordings.
Yeah, of course.
They might want to get a candid shot. But there was a point in there that was recording, and I was like, this sounds like a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. And then the director was like, oh, great, I'm glad I had that recording. He didn't mean that. He meant, why the fuck did you just say that shit? Because somebody in the higher ups is going to see this. So most likely that's why they cut the bullshit and they just left the actual the meat of the actual commercial of me saying you could make money, because you could make money if you came up with a good enough story for Audible to make a book off of your story, and if it sold, you would make royalties.
In theory,
In theory.
Yeah.
And that's real. And they left that part because they knew I was just like, what the fuck's this bullshit? I didn't buy my wife shit. But, you got to keep the fucking, the illusion up.
The curtain up sometimes.
Yeah,
That's how we do it, entertainment.
And now I know if I ever do again, I'm not going to say shit.
Yeah, you're like,
I don't give a fuck. You're paying me to not say negative about whatever I might be rocking out.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I've done a couple of those voiceover things and stuff, and you just got to play with it, you know?
I love this gum. It doesn't make my mouth or breath smell terrible. Not at all.
Because the thing is also, like you were saying with the producer, going back to our favorite slow newscaster character,
word.
They can literally switch it up for anything.
Like,
you could say the best thing about the product, but they'll piece it together to make it sound like you hated it or whatever because they need it for the story. Or maybe you loved it even more than you actually did. Or especially with AI now. Now, a lot of them have, what is it called? In the contract saying, do you accept the AI terms because we're going to use it or something like that. So much stuff now has that. So everyone has to watch out too, because some people just don't like that. Some people are okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, it's going to be used anyway. That's personally my opinion. I might as well just sign for it and get that check.
No, totally. I had a girl complain about that. She was worried that on the music video we were shooting that she was going to be used for other things. And she didn't want her image to be freely used.
Yeah.
For instance, someone on a video did a video, but then they took a clip from that video and they start using that as a commercial, and that's something completely different. And that person didn't get paid for the commercial. They only got paid one time for the video, but now they're using their image for everything else, and that's not very fair.
Yeah.
To you all in your image and anyone. So she wanted amendments to her contract the whole time. And kept saying, I'm not signing this until my contract is amended. And everybody was getting upset with her, and I was just doing my job. And finally, later, I realized what was going on. And she was like, you guys were pushing me. And I was like, I'm not pushing nothing. I'm just doing what I was told. Forgive me. I'm on your side.
Yeah, for sure.
I want you to get your money.
I mean, because also
I don't want you to get ripped off.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shady stuff out there too. That's why you got to double, triple read that stuff.
Right.
And if you have an agency, you got to make sure that they do their job. Read through it too.
Yes, the agency.
And you know what I'm saying?
Or your
like representative or anybody.
Anybody. Make sure they're not getting you fucked up, man.
Yeah, because it's easy, man. I mean, all it takes is one line to get you lose all that money. We were talking off screen about it. These NDAs, for example.
You got $250, but your voice and likeness is for $1 billion company, and you're not getting paid for that particular thing. But you already got your $250. And it's like, come on, man.
Come on, it doesn't make sense. And they have it to show you. Sometimes you do have to push a little bit.
Yeah.
It's finding the balance too, because sometimes you push too much, and then it just
but
it's
like,
more
you know what?
inconvenient.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna cut your whole scene.
And I'm
it's
like
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Okay, it was a joke.
I'm sorry. Come on. Whatever you need, Weinstein. I'll Weinstein you. What you want?
Man, you funny, bro. This is a comedian right here, man. That's how you got your lovely wife. To continue on that origin story with your wife, man.
Yeah.
So you met when you were a rock star. How did you maintain the love and the connection? Because you guys been together for how long now?
Since 2012.
Oh Lord, that's a long time, man.
Yeah, 14 years.
Especially in this modern era of a lot of distractions.
Yeah, well,
You know?
well, to be fair, in my world as a musician, I was, you know, I slept around. I was with, you know, I was being a rock star, doing my thing.
Rockstar life, yeah.
However, when I met Nicole,
Shout out Nicole.
I was done. I was like, I think I'm good here.
Wow, that's love right there, man.
So yeah, for real. I found her, and I was like, this is it. This is the one. I manifested. I thought, and it came to light, and there's no reason for me to like push it away. And then it just is, man. It's hard to explain. Once you meet somebody, you're just like, I'm good, and you find that person. It's, you know.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Word. I hate it when I see people who are with somebody and they're just like complaining, or they're like, oh man, I gotta get away from my girl. I gotta go hang out with my bros.
Yeah.
I don't think like that. I want to be with my girl. I like hanging out with my girl. When
love
other
that.
people are like, let's come out, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm hanging out with my girl.
Yeah. Or like, oh, can she come? You know?
Yeah, and when we go out, it's never. We're not like it's us and everybody. It's like we're actually two people coming to hang out.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this is my girl. She has to sit here.
Yeah.
I
And
have
then
to
you're
hang
just
on
like
her.
kiss you all the whole time, and
Right,
it's like makes
yeah,
everyone
that's some
uncomfortable. You know what I'm
bullshit,
saying?
man.
Even though you love your woman, I mean, I've seen a lot. You know, like high school. That's like the high school stuff where you see couples they're just like arm and leg together, and they're just like making out in the corner. And like, bro, we're having dinner.
Yeah, we're having dinner, man. Chill out. Why don't you engage with us?
Exactly. No, seriously.
What did you do? No, not both of you. What did you do?
Exactly.
And then, okay, now you talk to them. Why don't you move over there and then have a conversation?
Yeah.
And be a independent person. And that's what we are. We're independent people that came together, and we enjoy our time together.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, yeah.
You absorbed her Asian energy. I like
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That little twinkle in the eyes. And you guys also are part of the 5 a.m. club, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro,
5 a.m.
for the people that don't know, 5 a.m., that's the best lifestyle ever, man. When did you start waking up that early? You said 3:50?
Going
to the gym. Going to the gym
right
around 5.
4 o'clock. Yeah, be in the gym at 5 o'clock. We started, I think, in Boston. So my wife Nicole, she didn't like to go in the mornings because she felt that it was too much at first, and I kept trying to get her on that schedule. This is back in 19 when we weren't 100% in, but she had started working out, and forgive me, baby, but she did have the Asian butt, but she turned that shit around and turned it into this big Latin plump booty. And
shout out to that.
Oh my God, and that's where I know for a fact that genetics are genetics. However, you can change that.
Amen.
Because
for sure.
When I got with her, that was the one thing that I was like, oh man, you know, she had hips because she's Thai, and South Asian women, they have hips and they have shapely bottoms. However, she did have the Thai bottom to where it was a little bit flat. Maybe
I love this transparency, bro. This is amazing.
Maybe a little bit flat there, and I was just like, fuck it. The girl is a 9 out of 10, and I'm okay with that because I know I'm not a 10 out of 10.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
So who the fuck am I? And I was like, I don't care. I love her. I don't care. Then she started working out, and that shit just popped up.
You're like,
and I was like, oh shit, I need to work out.
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes, sir.
So she started working out in 19, and then I started coming slowly behind her, and then COVID hit, and then we traveled to, was it Reading? And then, so it was Boston that we started coming in early. To where one day she was like, yeah, let's try the early thing. And we did it, and man, we haven't changed since. Because
I love that, dude.
Going in so early and getting that shit out of the way. There's memes talking about how people who work out early in the morning have already lived 2 fucking lives because we've already worked out, taken a shower, eaten breakfast, gotten our day ready before work even happened. And then work comes out. So when somebody says, what'd you do today? You can say, I went to work. What else you do? Well, I already worked out. What do you mean? So that's done. You know, I worked out, and then I went to work, and then I ate dinner. I mean, that's a complete day to me. Because for one, you get your endorphins going.
Yes, sir.
You get your pump on. You feel energized.
You're actually conquering something too always, yep.
You conquered it, you did it, and then you walk into work, you're like, I didn't just get up and take a shower this morning. I fucking worked out already. And then you're thinking about it, and then this weird vibe comes off, and you start looking at everybody and going, I bet you he doesn't work out. oh man, you could tell she doesn't work out at all, man. And you want everybody to work out. You just wish everybody would work out so everybody would have that same feeling of pump on
Yes, sir.
and vibe of like holding your head up high and be like, yeah, that's right. I'm not egoed out. I just feel good I did something.
Yeah.
I accomplished something already. It's not even 8 o'clock yet.
Oh my God, it's the best feeling, honestly. It's truly, and it's also like with the industry that we're in, that it's so unpredictable.
Oh yeah.
If you push it off to like 8 p.m., what if the call time is later?
Yeah.
What if something pops up? There's a new opportunity. You can't work out then. You got to go the next day. And what happens if you miss one day? It's easier to miss that second and the third and the fourth.
Word. Well, you know what? We were so into it now to where if we go a week without working out,
It feels weird, huh?
it feels so fucked up that where we have to work out after that. It's like it's been 7 days. I'm not waiting any longer. I'm going. I don't care. I'll take a day off.
Yeah, even if you're like, you could go in for like 5 minutes just to get something in.
Something, anything. Yeah.
And I think the mental benefits is another thing that people overlook and forget about. Like literally just being in a space where you can focus on something hard by yourself, do something challenging and overcome it.
Yeah.
Is one of the things that are in life, especially how easy our life is. Like, there's struggle out there, whatever, you're doing whatever. But we have smartphones that we can watch stuff. We can order Uber Eats. We can get picked up left and right.
Yeah.
Like our ancestors, man, we had to hunt for our food. We had to run. We had to survive.
Yeah.
Now I feel like we're in a space and time where everything's just so easy.
It
so
is.
doing something
the
hard
best
early
medicines,
in the morning.
the best foods.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have a choice. Well, I mean, some shit's getting poisoned, but whatever. We have a choice.
Yeah.
We can go to the farmer's market and get the shit that's not poisoned, that was grown by some hippie dude with his fucking hydro set because he didn't feel like growing weed anymore. I mean, that's pretty much all these dudes are doing. They're like, look at this turnip. Yeah, I don't grow weed anymore, but I grow turnips. You're like,
Turnip
awesome.
is pretty big. I think I could sell this right here. Let's sell this turnip right
It's
here.
the best turnip ever, man. You got carrots too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Bring that motherfucker over here. Shit.
What's the workout routine look like at 5 a.m. though for you, man? What's the split?
Yeah, I do
full body
I came up with my own. I put together several teachers' splits together into one split. So the normal, push pull legs.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So that's a regular split. However, I've modified it to where I go push, legs, pull, abs, and cardio. So it's
like
a
that.
4-day split.
Cool.
So it mixes Mike Mentzer's, where he says you need at least 3 to 4 days, sometimes 5 days, to rest that specific muscle group. So since it's a 4-day split and I do push, legs, pull, I'm giving a day in between my joints. Because a lot of people do push, pull, legs. So that's 2 days or back consecutive working your joints, your upper joints.
Yes, sir.
And if you give that another guy, so the Mike Mentzer is giving the days of rest. Then there's another guy who talks about joint and separating your joint movement, and that is Mike Yanis. Ben Yanis. Ben Yanis. So Ben Yanis talks about giving your joints a break, and then Mike Mentor talks about allowing you several days of rest, and then of course the normal push pull leg thing. But I separated it a little bit. So I'm still doing the push pull legs. I just moved it around a little bit, and then I added a 1 day of actual abs or core.
Yeah.
So because a lot of people throw in a little abs here and there. And little abs here and there.
I mean, because
every
people
day.
always put it as like an aesthetic thing, but it's also super functional. You need it for everything.
You need it for everything.
Bro, I was doing abs this morning and I had like the biggest cramp because I was not ready to brace. Literally, you just have to. If you have to practice it, it's a skill too. Like, you need picking up something. You could literally have an ab cramp if you don't have strong enough, rectus abdominis and everything like that.
Exactly.
Like the internal and the external part. People always like, oh, I want a 6-pack abs.
Yeah, they don't understand that there's so much more that goes along with it. You have to work your abs, and that's where. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I love talking about working
That is
out.
awesome.
But so I separated it into a 4-day split. Because again, that core movement, a lot of people neglect. So I figured doing a full day or a full session of just core,
being intentional with it more.
Very intentional.
Get that rotation is another thing that people forget. We rotate all the time. If we don't have even like another one's like what is it called? Resisting the rotation.
Yeah.
The Pallof press, all that stuff like that.
Totally.
That's also very important, man. People think like, oh, it's just for funsies. It looks cool. Nah, you need it for everything, especially when you get older to 29.
Yeah.
29. You need everything to be working good. The joints. That's really. I'm glad that you mix everything together because that's what you have to do for a lot of things. Whether it's like for music and drums, like I'm sure you listen to so many different schools of thoughts and all
Absolutely.
that. Same thing for like
Absolutely.
any strength training. There's not just one person that knows everything.
Right.
You have to take a little bit from everything. Like Mensur, I like a lot. What I use for him though is like the lower volume but like high intensity, bro.
Right.
I love that one, man.
So totally, and I was going to say about that, yeah, with his high intensity and low volume, I've actually mixed that because so as I get older, the joints aren't as good as we like them to be or stay. So I have brought the weight down a little bit, and this comes from the latest ergonomic movement and scientific bodybuilding whatever the fuck. So Mentor talks about going slow, right?
Yes.
So I've added that into the routine as well, making sure I'm going slow. However, I don't go the heaviest. I go medium weight, and I do more reps, but I burn past hypertrophy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I'm doing it slow, it burns fucking crazy.
Crazy, right?
And then when you go past that burn, because of the lower weight, you're actually able to gain more muscle mass.
And then your joints don't get messed up, yeah. Cause
Exactly.
There's also a certain point too where you put too much weight on it or load or whatever it might be.
Yeah. And
just because you could do it 5 years ago doesn't mean you can do it now. You know.
Totally. I fucked my knee up.
Oh yeah, what happened? Squats or
squats and just drumming and driving and always keeping my my knees are always bent. So this it came off track a little bit, so it hurts. I have to fucking tape that shit. But now I can't do squats. I have to do leg presses, and I can't do heavy weight anymore. I've been up close to 800, but
damn.
Yeah, but there's no way I can get back to that. Because for one, I'm not a linebacker and I don't need to do that much. For two, I can't do that much weight anymore. So now I have to do like 3 plates on each side. So it's low weight, but I have to do super slow. But at least I'm able to get a real deep push. And it's super slow.
And get those reps in, yeah. But that's also good awareness for you, man. The biggest thing is also like the ego. You have to kill it at the gym. Even though like people think the strongest ones have the highest egos, the smartest ones have the no ego. Because you need to learn from everybody, and you also have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
And don't worry about being a quote unquote, people call it like I'm a punk for not adding extra weight, bro. It's not a big deal. Like
no. I sometimes it still everyone gets their ego fucked with. So I was at 225. And for me, that was like I wanted to get there.
Yeah.
And I got there, and I was able to at least 5 times for 5 sets.
Okay, Flame. Oh, 5 sets. Damn, Flame.
Yeah, I do a lot of sets. But I got there, and then I hurt my shoulder after that, and I had to go all the way back down to 135. And now I don't even fuck with bars anymore. I just do dumbbells.
Okay.
So I'm going slowly.
But you can get down more with that like little stretch right there.
Nice, good stretch, and it's ergonomic. It's better. It's better for you, straight up, because you can actually hurt yourself. A lot of people are really high up, and they do this.
And then there's that shoulder impingement.
And a lot of people do that. I used to worry more. Now I just like. Those poor guys. I
know it's tough. Like you said, the ego thing. I catch myself too, because the exercise that I'm always still gonna love forever, weighted pull-ups, bro. Like, I couldn't do a pull-up for a while when I was like the chubby Asian kid in college, and then the first pull-up I ever got, I remember that day. I felt so good, man. Chin over bar. I was like, this is amazing, man. So then I could do like 10, 15. Then I added weight. The most I've ever done one rep was 3 plates. I weighed like 190 pounds or something. That was
impressive.
Crazy. But then this is my story with it. My elbow, a golfer's elbow pops up, here and there. So that's why.
Same thing, man. Same thing. I was doing all pull-ups, doing the wide.
Yeah, all the variations,
medium,
bro.
because we had that thing that we hooked up, and we would do that. And I did it so much to where I got the tennis elbow.
You got the tennis elbow?
Yeah, and now I still have it every once in a while.
But the golfer's elbow or golfers or tennis, I forget which one is which.
It's both of them suck.
Yeah, they're terrible, man. The weighted pull-ups, man, I'm telling you, man, it's a good thing, but also now I've been tapering it down, just using one plate, and like you said, the control and really taking your time with it. But also like catching yourself when you're like, okay, I need to calm down.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason Momoa doesn't even do weighted pull-ups anymore.
Oh, see, there we go.
Man. Yeah. All those guys, a lot of those guys have kind of chilled and they do a little bit less now. Not as heavy.
Yeah, a lot of it's like you said, it's the ego, checking the ego.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do drop sets.
Oh, yes,
and that fucks
that's
with
rough.
me. I love drop sets, but then when you're doing like heavy, and then you go light, all the way to 95 pounds, and you're struggling because it burns.
The fatigue, yep.
And everybody's looking at you like, "That you can't even lift 100." And it's like, I can. I swear, man. Leave me alone. I swear I can
Like,
do
come on,
this.
it's 5 a.m. right now, right?
Yeah. And then go down to the 45, and then do like 10 of those, and you can barely push out
man.
10. I love that shit. I love working out so much. But then again, the ego messes with you. Even though I have a beautiful wife, so what? A beautiful girl walks in, I'm like, oh, she's gonna think I'm weak. I don't know why the ego does that. I don't know what's up with the fucking
It's funny,
ego.
man, but it's good that you have an awareness, and it's for the people out there to remember, catch yourself, it happens. And when you go to Thailand, when you go crazy, just make sure to stay focused out there, brother.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Stay focused out there,
Yeah.
Mr. 5 a.m.
Fuck yeah.
Well, Mr. 5 a.m., let's talk about the questions, the talking points. We kind of went all over the place. We learned so much about you. Our first talking point on passion, identity. What story about yourself have you outgrown now?
Abuse, mental abuse. When I was younger, so I came up in a world of people like doing hallucinogens and smoking weed. So I'd fallen down that hippie path. And then I got into, selling like everybody does. And I got into it so deeply to where I assumed I was a gangster then. I was like, ooh, now
I'm cool,
I have a certain persona, even though I only dealt with a very few amount of people because we were trying to emulate what we saw on television and what we saw in like The Godfather, small group, sell big, but keep it real tight and don't tell anybody. So we, my early 20s, instead of me partying like I should have been, I was over here making money and not able to spend any of it because I'm trying to be all quiet and then acting like a gangster and having an attitude and being mentally abusive with whoever girlfriend I might have been with at the time, and being abusive to my animals. A darker side of me came out. And once I realized all of that, I had to turn from that. So that, I would say, shed away, and I'm no longer that person. Like the cats that I have now, I can't imagine hurting them.
Yeah.
But when I was in that phase, I didn't mind kicking a cat.
Wow.
And that's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
However, that's who I was at one point. And to go about facing one's past, there's a lot of us that are like that, but don't want to say that shit, because they're too afraid to say it out loud that I was a bad person, and there's a lot of us walking around with that caught up inside of us and not allowing us to grow.
Yeah, man.
So they're holding on to that shedded skin that
and
they
that
never
extra
shed.
weight too.
Yeah, that extra weight of that guilt and shit. Once you release that and say, man, that's not me anymore. And you look back and you're like, wow, what a fucking asshole, man. I'd have kicked my ass into the fucking ground.
And then you learn from it,
Yeah, did you just hit that cat? Fucking dick. Did you just talk to your girlfriend like that? Fucking come here, let me smack you in the face. Shit like that. That's no longer in my world.
Wow.
I could still be that person, but I wouldn't be. I would never, I can imagine like my cat being annoying, be like, hey, chill out, man. But I would never like deliberately hurt the cat, or I would never deliberately antagonize mentally my wife to abuse her mentally or even physically. I never got physical with any of my girlfriends, but mentally, I'm sure I abused them. I know I did. Just thinking that I'm right instead of just sitting back and going, I'm not right. But I was young. I didn't know. I was coming off of, just like all of us, when we're in a phase of our lives where we're either going to become that person or we're going to make that change. And like you were saying, what if I let go? I let go of that.
Hey, man, that's respect. I would have never expected that. Thanks for sharing that, man. Hopefully this can open up people too, because I think a lot of it is also just acknowledging that, hey, I was a bad person.
Yeah.
But the key word is was.
Exactly.
If you can grow from that, that's amazing.
And
Don't keep continuing kicking
totally.
the cats, all right?
No,
here,
fuck that. And that's a metaphor. I didn't like deliberately kick cats, you know what I'm saying? But when the cat wasn't doing right, smack it and just treat it like an animal and not like the love you're supposed to be given to a sentient being.
Yeah.
And then just like the girlfriends that I had at the time, just being so stubborn and not allowing yourself to just let them be who they are. You know, because when you learn from a young age from other people that are abusive, then you carry that trait. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
And then one day you sit back and you're like, whoa, I'm that guy. And then you say, nah, this ain't happening and shit. Fuck that. And you flip it. My thing was I got away from who I was in my circle of where I grew up. The area was like a bohemian area, a lot like Venice, without as many bums. You know what I'm saying? But not to be disrespectful, but it was a lot like Venice. Everybody was cool. Everybody was skating all the time. People were smoking vibing and shit. Drum circles and shit. You know, people literally people vibing and be like, "Hey, bro, you don't belong here, man. You know, why don't you go over there with your negative energy, man?" You know, shit like that. And I came from that, and then I get away from that and try to be a gangster and shit, and then realizing that that's just not the path, man. That's not the path that I wanted to be. And then even though I still dabbled with, you know, slinging and shit, I got away from that side of, you know, well, I'm the man. Fuck that shit. Or allowing myself to fall down a negative, dark path, you know. And then once you change that shit, then all of a sudden the light opens up. And I'm not religious, but you know, the universe, it does give, and you could be on the dark side and it will give you dark. Sure. It will give you dark. Look at all these fucking guys that are destroying the planet, making billions of dollars. You know, if you want to be dark, it will give you dark. I don't want that dark. I'd rather have the lighter side of things. You know, I'd rather not be the billionaire destroying the planet. I'd rather hang out with my girl eating some fucking fresh shrimp.
Yes, sir.
With my
mango sticky rice later.
Yeah,
yes,
man,
sir, man. A
real
coconut,
shit.
man. That's gonna be exciting,
man.
bro. Well, man, you changed a lot from that because I would have never pictured you as that guy. You know what I'm saying? To do all that crazy stuff, man.
Totally, man. You know, being angry. Man, I pointed a gun at a couple dudes one time. Yeah, man. I was so close to doing it, but the hippie inside me was like, you pull that trigger, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, whether you think you're awesome or not, or you're just teaching somebody a lesson, man, what the fuck would that have proven? You know, nothing, man. I don't know if I would have taken somebody's light, or if I would have wounded somebody, or if I would have scared them. Who knows? I'm glad I didn't do it, though. You know, and that will never come up in my world again, unless somebody's like threatening my wife directly. You know, I know I'll never be that person again.
Yeah. It's more self-defense now.
Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, definitely. It's just a more calibrated, methodical way of moving through life instead of trying to just spontaneously react because that person hurt my feelings. It's like, so, you know.
Man.
Yeah.
You just grow from it, man. I love that answer, man. We get it deep over here, man. Oh, that's awesome, dude. The second talking point on pleasure, self-acceptance. What have you learned about accepting yourself?
Everything. Shit. I've learned that to talk about get away from the darkness, man. I've accepted that I'm going to make mistakes. That's a very Buddhist thing to do. A lot of people believe in that. Or not a lot of people, but in my philosophies of life, that I've accepted that I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm not always going to be right, and that's okay. And I'll do my best. I mean, that's what I've accepted. Before, it was more like I have to do everything just right, and nobody's perfect. You know, all that's going to do is just drive you mad. So I've accepted that things will be as they are, and try to just push through without allowing too much emotion to get involved.
Well, you're good with all the different environments that you've been in, man. I mean, I'm talking the band life, on sets, now moving to Thailand eventually. Like, you got the attitude, man, the energy, bro. So that's the energy we receive, and
hell yeah.
We're always rooting for you, always, man. The third talking point on positivity, rewriting the narrative. What story are you writing for yourself now?
Oh man, the last chapters of my world, man. I never thought I would be involved with commercial and TV and film. So rewriting all that I'm thinking about, pushing some acting stuff.
Okay,
Maybe doing
okay,
some
for
more
sure.
commercials. Even though I've already done some stuff, it would be kind of cool to get like really paid, and to have somebody like me coming up saying, "You want a water?" Be like, "Yes, I would want a water." Fucking with the straw, motherfucker. Make that shit lukewarm and shit. I don't want it cold.
You like lukewarm water?
Yeah, I prefer that. Yeah, to be fair. Yeah, even my sparkling and shit.
You like lukewarm? Interesting. I've never heard anyone say that. That's a
Yeah, I just prefer it just temperature. Yeah.
well in Southeast
I
Asia.
like
a lot
cold.
of it
Yeah,
is-
right. I'm
it's-
gonna have to get used to that shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Everything's fucking temperature over there.
Yeah.
31 Celsius and shit. It's like 87 degrees year round, man.
Oh man, yeah, and then the humidity too. God damn, bro.
Yeah, it ain't no thing, man. It's just kind of like this house. Just playing. The AC causes ruckus when
I know that's the only reason. That's why it's hot.
It's only 93 degrees in here for a reason.
It's to get you ready for Southeast Asia when you
Yeah,
go.
word.
So when are you going to Thailand then? What's the plan looking like?
It's about a year, depending on what happens here in the industry.
For sure.
If things keep pushing, because I've been talking to somebody about writing some stories and maybe even putting a script together for some of the shit that I've been through, like the time I was almost, I've almost been killed. I rode a couple horses into Mexico, picked up some shit. I've done drives across from Mexico to Atlanta. All types of crazy parties. Yeah, so.
Man, well, I'm excited to hear about all that.
And that's just like surface
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
that's not like what actually happened.
Yeah,
That's just like a gist of it. Driving across the United States and back, flying to the Cayman Islands and shit. All kinds of crazy shit. I would love to. I know that I could come up with a story that's decent enough that could probably, sell for a decent script. Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Who knows? You
If
try
somebody-
it. You got to try it, and then it'll come out there. And don't forget to write a part for me. I got
word.
or a couple parts. Let's get the empire going.
Totally.
All that stuff. Maybe not a newscaster though. Don't
You get to shoot a machine gun.
I would love to do that, man. Anything and everything.
I want to be shot.
Yeah. The practical effects. I want to see. Wait, this is supposed to be fake, right? Besides that, any other fun projects that are coming out, man, that you can tease out there in the next year, next month?
Yeah, everything's just. There's some videos that on the lookout. I guess I can't say that one. So yeah, YouTube. They'll have a new video. YouTube.
Yes, sir. YouTube. Okay, there we go. YouTube.
They'll have a new video coming out. I got to be part of that.
That's awesome,
a few
man.
videos. Yeah, Bono's really cool. Those guys are great. Gaga, but that already came out.
Okay.
Yeah, that one came out. I got a chance to do that.
Oh,
That was
no
awesome.
way, dude.
Yeah, I got to work with Gaga and Doechii, I think.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, that new video that's out for Prada, Devil Wears Prada too.
dude, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I was there for that, man. Got to drive Doechii around, and
That's
her
sick.
security is really cool. Actually, all the security is really cool. I
You
think.
were like a liaison over there?
Yeah, pretty much, man. In between everybody, I was working with the AD team. I think, like one time, I didn't even think about it, but at the very end, when Gaga was leaving, she was like saying bye to everybody and thank you. And I was just thinking like, get her out quickly. So I saw a door. I went for it, opened it for them, but didn't think about staying on the outside.
I see,
so I was
yeah.
on the inside holding the door, and the security guard came in, and he knew me, and he was just like, it's cool, come on, to her, because she hesitated.
Yeah.
Because she's like, why did he go inside the door? And I didn't think about it. I was just trying to hold the door,
Yeah.
get them out as quick as they could so they can leave, and then I was going to pull the door closed
Yeah.
so nobody could come behind. But I didn't realize what I had done until it was done. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm already here. I should have been outside the door, holding the door open for the security and just walked away. And then, she comes in, doesn't even look at me, and I'm looking at her the whole way. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I look at him, he's like, it's cool.
You good, yeah. Well, shout out to that, man. Man, that's so cool, dude. Well, you got a lot of cool stuff. Where can we find you on Instagram?
Zak, XAK_NASH_.
Yes, sir, man. We're so excited. We're so grateful to have you on the show, man. You're the best, man. We're gonna have you on more episodes and more collaborations. You can find us at Patty Show Podcast on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, PattySetiati.com/podcast. pattyshow.podbean.com. And we might get some collabs out the fitness channel soon.
yeah, hell
Some 5 a.m. Let me know when you pull up out there.
We'll
Yes,
get that
sir.
shit out.
Bench press challenge, or I don't know. Just to get them back into it. Hey, we'll do the newscaster challenge.
Yeah, word.
Each rep is the whole script.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Oh, man, bro. Well, we
That's
usually
Mike
like
Vincent.
to end with, a little bow and arigato. How do you say it in Thailand, though? In Thailand?
You say Sawatdi, which is Sawatdi.
Saudi.
And then, of course, depends on this.
The gender, right?
But since we're everybody, we'll just do it like that. Sawatdi.
Sawadee. Okay, so we'll do arigato first, and then sawadee.
Arigato.
And then sawadee. Okay, we'll do it on
Sawadee.
ready? 1, 2, 3. Arigato
and Sawatdi.
Yes. Woo!
Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Patty Show. I hope you had as much fun as I did exploring the crossing point of the 3 Ps: passion, pleasure, and positivity. If you want to keep the Patty Party going, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all social platforms at Patty Show Podcast. Share this episode and leave a positive review. PattySatiati.com/podcast, as well as PattyShow.podbean.com have got more of your Patty Show needs. In the meantime, keep passionately pursuing your personal paradise. Arigato.